What's up? It's Marv with the Miles Ahead podcast, and for today, I want to give my short take on the Ryan Garcia versus the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. I thought it was an awesome fight. I'm going to be giving my review, so let's get into it. But first, I want you guys to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the channel, show your support. I have about 60 plus episodes on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple, and about 20 plus episodes on YouTube. So be on the lookout for more content. So let's get into it. So, in the fight, I thought it was very electrifying. I was at the fight kind of late. I went over to a sports bar to go watch it. It was pretty packed over there. I want to say probably was maybe about 100 plus people in that sports bar. And it wasn't really that big of a sports bar to begin with. Some people, they were standing, and some people, they were in the way of actually being able to see the fight because people, they were kind of tall and stuff like that. So I ended up having to stand from where I was in order for me to see the whole fight in general. And like I said, it was an awesome fight. Shout out to both fighters who decided to get in the ring and do their thing. But it just seemed like Gervonta Tank Davis, he knew exactly what he was doing. Like I said in my prediction, I said that Gervonta Tank Davis, he's much more than his power. Okay, like this is what everybody loves him for. But at the same time, I mean, he's extremely skilled. I mean, everybody didn't want to compare him to Mike Tyson, but in my opinion, I think that he's better than Mike Tyson was, especially with his footwork. Okay, and to me, it just does not seem like he has those same type of mental hurdles that Mike Tyson had to come over in order for him to be victorious. Where Tank, on the other hand, when it comes to fighting, it seems like he's more clear minded on what he wants to do and what he wants to get done. Now, with Tank, he was very calculated with his moves. His footwork was great, and his countering was spectacular. And in the first round, it kind of was a fill out round. And you could say that Ryan Garcia won that round. But in the second round, Tank Davis, he was able to get the knockdown. And everybody in the sports bar, they was hyped. I mean, they was out of their seat. They were saying like, "Oh shoot!" Like they was going crazy, cursing and stuff like that. Like they thought that Ryan Garcia was going to go out that round. Okay, and let me just say a couple of things about what could have happened if Ryan Garcia would have won this fight. If Ryan Garcia wins this fight, his face is in movies, it's in commercials, it's in TV shows, it's wherever popular that he wanted to be, he would have been. And he definitely would have been able to cash it in because this would have been the biggest fight of his career. Okay. And as far as the competition, this was the best fighter that he had gone up against up to this point. Now, Garcia, he did have some issues that I knew that was going to come up. First of all, he didn't throw enough jabs, but that's also because of his footwork. It wasn't good at all. His head movement wasn't good. So basically, I thought that essentially that he was trying to just bait Tank with the left hook by talking about it the whole time. I mean, he was talking about it leading up to the fight about the left hook and trying to catch Tank and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, that's all that he was kind of trying to throw. Okay. To me, I feel like if he would have established the jab, he definitely would have had more to be able to work with. Okay. And he had no inside game at all. Now, the thing is that Tank won this fight, and the next thing you know, it's obvious that he's going to go up to 100 in terms of his financial situation. But like I said, if Ryan Garcia wins this fight, it's in a whole different stratosphere. I mean, he already is an IG star. And to me, I just felt like this definitely would have made him even more massive. Now, Tank Davis, on the other hand, he had to win this fight in a dramatic fashion. There was no way that he could have won this fight without a knockout. If this fight went the distance, he would not have gotten the same level of acclaim that he's getting now. Now, as far as the second round, Tanky had gotten the second round knockdown. Now, it was kind of a flash knockdown. Ryan Garcia, he was doing okay with pressuring Tank all the way up to that point. But the thing is that Tank, he timed him, okay? And he ducked under the left hook, and then he caught him right on the chin, where Ryan Garcia has his chin in the air, and that is what made him fall down the first time. Okay. And essentially, Ryan Garcia, he continued to fight in the same style, going to Tank. Okay. Instead of just trying to fight on the outside, let Tank come to him, especially if he was touching him up in the second round. He didn't do that. Okay. And then, his defense was not there either. So to me, I think that this fight was more so a bragging rights fight. Okay. I mean, they're not really fighting for a belt, right? No, they're not. So if they're not fighting for a belt, and this is all just for popularity, I mean, I think Tank, after this fight, he could be the A side even against Devin Haney, and he's the champion. Now, will Tank end up facing Devin Haney? I think not. Not so soon. I do think that he's going to look to go after whoever wins out of the Lomachenko fight or the Devin Haney fight, and then he'll maybe think about trying to get at Devin Haney. But I think if Devin Haney is smart, he'll take the B side, okay, and try to beat Tank, okay, because Tank, he's extremely popular right now. Everybody knows his name. Everybody knows him as the Knockout King. Nobody knows Devin Haney as that, okay. And there's something about getting knockouts in general that just sparks people's interest. Okay. So that's the situation with Devin Haney. I would like to see him go up against Devin Haney, and I would like to see him go up against Shakur Stevenson to really test how great that he really is. Now, I think that Tank, he is very underrated in terms of his boxing IQ. Okay. But can he do the same thing against somebody who is just as skilled as he is? Now, they may not have the same power as he does, but the skill set is there. So to me, I think that's going to be very tough to judge on who will win those fights. And as far as Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, have they ever been hit like this? That's the question. And if they haven't, then hey, it could be a long night or a short one for Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson. So to me, I just think that, Tank, he kind of dominated this fight, okay, with his head movement and his footwork. I mean, he was working it all. I mean, he was even able to establish distance with the jab. That was very important. And, he was able to catch him in the liver in the seventh round with the body shot. With the body shot. And that was something that was lacking from Ryan Garcia's output. Okay, because when it came to Ryan Garcia throwing body work, he didn't do it. So this is on Ryan Garcia and his mistakes. Okay, and it's ironic that Ryan Garcia again is trying to get that left hook in. If anything, he should have been trying to get the straight right in because Tank, he could be backed up from that because he's already expecting the left hook. Okay, so to me, that's what I felt like Ryan Garcia was lacking as well. Now the sports bar was booming after Gervonta Tank Davis had gotten the hit to the liver because honestly, nobody really did see it happen at the time because it was so quick and it was so fast. But on the replay, it was a pretty good shot. Now, do I think that Ryan Garcia quit? I do think that he did quit. Okay, because basically the ref was counting so slow. Okay, like it was taking him forever for him to get to 10 seconds. And then as soon as the 10 count is over, he stands right up. So to me, I think that Ryan Garcia, he gave up because he did not want to be the next meme. He didn't want to be the next person getting knocked out. And we already know that Tank, he's a great finisher. Okay. So once that he saw that happen, Tank, he would have saw blood. And then he would have gone for the knockout that could potentially be knockout of the year. But he ended up getting a body shot, which was something that was still good for Tank, but I'm pretty sure that he maybe wanted to embarrass Ryan Garcia. So, like I said, Ryan Garcia, he was afraid of becoming a meme, somebody who would be plastered all over the internet for their embarrassing knockout. I mean, we saw what happened with Tyron Woodley. So the same thing could have happened to Ryan Garcia. And we also saw the same thing happen to Manny Pacquiao. I mean, people, they still talk about that knockout to this day. So the best thing for Ryan Garcia was to take a knee and then stand up after the 10 count was over. Like he stood up immediately after it was over. So he really could have got up in 9 and 8 seconds. Okay. And to me, I just think that Gervonta Davis, he demonstrated a lot of gamesmanship, was showing up late. I mean, he basically let him know that I am the guy. Okay, with the trash talking and stuff like that, you're not really that great. That's what Gervonta Davis was establishing throughout the time. Okay, while Ryan Garcia, he was trying to say, "Can we be friends after I win?" That's what Ryan Garcia was trying to say, and Tank said no because they're in the middle of going to battle, going to war. So it was a smart tactic on Ryan Garcia to try to do that, to try to soften Tank up. But Tank, he did not accept that because Tank, he's a Cobra. Okay, he's going for the kill. And the moment that Ryan Garcia did that, it came off as soft to Tank. So basically, in the seventh round, Tank gets the knockout. And like I said, his purse goes up by 100%. So that's my perspective on this fight. My thoughts on Tank is, like I said, he was great. Do I believe that he should definitely be trying to step up the competition? I definitely think that he will. Hopefully, he'll take on a Shakur Stevens, a Frank the Ghost Martin, or a Devin Haney. So that's what I want to see him go up against next. And as far as Ryan Garcia, he's still going to be popular. He's still going to be popular. Okay, I mean, he was able to get this fight even though that he had not gone up against great competition up to this point. All the media has to do is just have him fight another tomato can or another trash fighter and have him keep trash talking and him building himself up through social media with his knockouts. Then the next thing you know, he'll be fighting another championship level fighter again. So that's what's going to happen for Ryan Garcia. Do I think that he does fall back when it comes to his acclaim and stuff like that and how good he is? Of course he does, because we saw the mistakes. But can he still build himself back up to getting big pay-per-view buys? Yes, he can. So that's just my perspective on that. And as far as Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather, I mean, this is just really funny that, and it all came full circle again. Floyd Mayweather beat Oscar, and Floyd's protege beat Oscar's protege. So I just think that's funny. So that's it on my short take on this fight. Have a good one.